Hello everyone and welcome back to EPIC45 with Intel, sponsored by Overclockers and Asus ROG. I'm Jack Destroyer 4, joined by the wonderful Mads Bear. Again, we're back again.
We're back.
What more could you want?
No.
One last series on the day and we're casting it.
Yeah. The plans have changed a little bit. We're
Yeah.
back. It's late.
It's not too bad yet. If we get to map 3, it might be a whole nother matter. But hey, we're not going to get into that too soon, but we do have a banger matchup.
We do. Seed 1 and Seed 3.
Yeah.
So not too
Kind
bad.
of unexpected as well. The fact that Seed 3 beat out Seed 2,
Right?
the fact that Last
I know,
Resort are
this shouldn't
here
be- yeah, I know.
is not something we really expected. We kind of looked at it at the beginning and went, well, we know who's going to make it to finals. And then Last Resort came out and just, I don't know, they started just playing so much better.
We were sitting here watching it and we were a little bit too loud. We were shouting a little bit. It was great games.
Yeah.
I
I just didn't expect to see Aconite not here.
Then we're going, okay, guys, it's probably going to go third map. Wait, no.
It's not.
No, it's not.
But no.
Oh, then it's overtime.
Yeah.
It's overtime again. But they've made it.
The mental to keep going as well from the side of the Last Resort.
Yeah.
You keep going after the fact you could have closed it out in 2. You kind of lose
Yeah.
that one out just a bit, and then it comes around to the third map, and they still keep going. Managing to not drop it to Aconite,
Well,
that's great.
They're going again.
They are going again
That's
after
the
just...
issue. Obviously,
But
both
then,
teams have just
I was going to
played.
say, Gillyweewee also just came off of a 2-1.
Yeah.
They've played the same
Which-
amount of maps.
For the roster, they don't tend to drop maps. I'm going to be
No.
real. We've known them to win Epic flawlessly.
Yeah.
And
I believe
that's
last
not
Epic might have been
the case.
flawless from them. I can't remember for sure. They might have dropped a map.
Remember.
But yeah, no, they're quite a good team. But
Yeah.
to drop a map this early on,
Yeah.
maybe a sign of things to come. Who knows? The fact Last Resort are here in the first place, it's a bit of an upset.
They're probably happy just to be here anyway. They're
Yeah.
guaranteed to be in lower finals no matter what.
Yeah.
So, hey.
Yeah,
We'll
we're
have
going
to
to
see.
get our maps coming on through as Ascent and Corrode banned out first with Sunset, Lotus, and Bind.
We were told that we were going to have...
We were told that it was going to be an interesting set of maps. Now, the fact that Corrode is banned out second again, not surprising, but
Guys.
very sad. Please, guys, can we
Guys,
stop banning Corrode?
please.
I just want one map. That's all I need. But then we go into Sunset. A map that you wanted earlier.
I do love Sunset.
You do love
I
Sunset.
do
We
love
didn't get it
Sunset.
earlier. We didn't get to that third map. Then we go
Yeah.
into Lotus. It's Lotus. Everyone knows what Lotus is like. We've had it many,
No,
many
it's
times.
just-
Every
no,
team
no.
knows how to play it. And then Bind if we get to it.
Again, a good map.
I'm not sure I necessarily agree with that as much. It's
Okay.
an okay map.
Okay, that's fair. I just really enjoy it because we mentioned it a bit earlier. It is a very simple map, but those TPs just kind of spice it up just a little bit.
Yeah.
To the point where you can kind of keep people on your toes and stuff, especially with agents like Omen, Raze, pretty much any
If we
utility
get a
you can throw.
Yoru on it, then I'm happy.
Okay.
Because a bit of Yoru
Yoru's-
outplays, those can be quite fun.
You're probably going to be seeing Yoru on Bind if we get to Bind.
If.
Please don't get to Bind.
We'll have to see. Going into Sunset, I don't think we've seen it yet. As
I
far as I
haven't.
can remember, I have not
I
seen it.
haven't seen it today.
So it's one of those maps where, finally, it's not free sites,
Yeah.
which is a good start. It's a bit different. But
more
it's one of
Haven.
those, it's still quite a big map, though. It's still something you
It
have to
is.
worry about a
It
lot of
is.
control.
Yeah, that mid control can be really crucial. Being able to take it and kind of force that defense to have two kind of holding up in top mid, it splits that defense up so much. Whoa.
Wow, we've already got Neons picked
okay.
on both sides. I feel like it's standard for Sunset. It's that map
Yeah.
that over time,
Yeah.
Neon has just kind of become meta. And it just works really well.
During the time when Neon was really, really powerful, Sunset was the go-to pick.
Yeah.
So you would see Sunset on the first pick every single time, and you would just see a battle of Neons.
It is looking a lot like we might get a mirror matchup here. I'm just
Ooh.
noticing if Gogs decides to lock in the Cypher, which we've seen him do before,
Yes, there we go.
that is
But
quite likely.
there's no breach.
Oh wait, no breach. Sorry, Chamber.
So the double Sentinel, which I guess is Chamber really a Sentinel? In a way, yeah, obviously.
Yes
But
and no.
But
Yeah.
doesn't have to be paid as Sentinel if you don't want him to be. Where if you can rely on Sunless to just take those shots, again, down mid,
Yeah.
and it's that control on attack that you need. But okay, I'm gonna keep mentioning it. I know
Maddie
you
likes
hate it. I
Breach.
like Breach, guys. Breach is so powerful on this map.
On this map,
Yeah.
100%.
Either you'll sometimes see Gecko, or
Yeah.
sometimes Fade. Personally, I think that stun, especially over towards Market, could be so strong
Yeah.
Having that neon slide instantly, there's usually someone holding market.
Yeah. I feel like it's the combo utility we're talking about. I mean, you know, sending in a neon is great. Like, you know, that's really good. They can get in your face, they can take the fights. If you combine that with some breach stuns, a couple flashes sent over the top, all of a sudden those fights become a lot harder for the other side, and you have a neon on your face, and you can barely see.
That is true. Not the most fun of situations.
No, definitely not. But I mean, it's one to watch out for as well. And I mean, the controllers, I feel like it's kind of standard. We've come to accept it.
Yeah, I mean, was there a few clove picks? Like,
I think for a while there was some clove picks.
I'm not going crazy. What I like about the Cypher is it can be used because you tend to see P, like we're going to be seeing now, but there are quite a few good A setups that can be really, really strong. If you can switch that around, even if we can see Gillyweewee on defense with that double sentinel, you can have that chamber holding down one site and just keep swapping constantly. Yeah. It could be really strong.
I mean, I feel like on this attack side, we're going to see what they can do lurking-wise. They're going to have a lot to do with already this mid-push from the other side for last resort here, already taking down Sunless. I mean, we said about it, one of those players you've got to watch out for, see what the chamber can get done, and already gets taken out so early in this round, as Lukey's managed to take this front side position. Wants to keep getting aggressive, though, and try and find out some of these players. Does not know there's one in the smoke here as Chicken Feet. Might have a lot to deal with here. Gogs is just lurking around, manages to get the kill, swings into that smoke, and they want to keep getting aggressive up in towards CT. Tiny 9K manages to get one, but will get traded back by Lukey as Kara manages to get one back on the other side, and Jake combines for a second. And all of a sudden, it's all left onto that solo player in the Omen. Gets spotted out, will get the shots on through, but they will not land. And Jake will shut down that round, the first round on board for last resort.
That was interesting. Okay, I understand pushing through past CT. You didn't have that initial pick, and you need to clear that space.
Yeah.
If that's not, you've got your pick. Move back. And there was this constant push towards Boba, and it's pistol rounds.
Yeah.
You know they're going to be playing in twos, and it's not necessarily the fights that you want to be taking.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. You've got to watch out for those. And, I mean, seeing Sunless get punished that early on.
Yeah.
That's something, you know, maybe a sign for future rounds of, you know, Sunless might need a bit of support at first to get established and to be that dangerous force in mid.
Oh, for sure. But I do think it's going to be looking like a mid push. Which, again, for the pistols kind of makes sense if you can try and... I'm sure Lukey's going to try and take some sort of close fight here with that slide, but...
Yeah.
Now it's going to be a bit of a slow play.
Yeah, I mean, from the side of Gillyweewee, I mean, you don't really want to get too aggressive here, knowing that you're running into those guns on the other side.
Yeah.
You've just got to be careful. You've got to make sure you don't overcommit too early, but at the same time, you're going to have to push at some point, and Gogs wants to go lurking around towards this B site. That solo player, maybe just trying to bait some shots and pull a couple rotations over. Unsuccessful in that, but on the other side, over towards this A site, you've got 4 players all stacked up, ready to go. Sunless might be this first player to try and swing on through and does not land the shots. Kara managing to take one down already with that Outlaw. Such a powerful weapon on rounds like this when you don't have the shields to counter it.
Yeah, definitely. And that slowed down that attack right away. The plans have been cancelled. What do you do now? Do you have to... They're going to try and re-hit?
I mean, at some point, you've just got to commit to it. And it's just going to be one of those awkward ones where, you know, just get as much damage as you can. I say that. Gogs lands a great shot onto Jake there, managing to take one down already. They'll take a bit of space and maybe even recover that gun as well. But, I mean, you still got to watch out for this Outlaw in back sight. I mean, one shot will take down any of these players on the side of Gillyweewee. They've got to be careful when they swing. And Kara will take down another one as Tiny 9K combines for a second as well. Kara swings on through with the Ghost, takes down a third. And that will be the round for last resort there. I mean, expected, yes, but... I mean, Gillyweewee got a bit of damage.
Yeah, I think Gog's trying to just keep the that economy going as much as possible. There are a few nice Sheriff shots.
Yeah.
But is it enough? There's still quite a few guns left, so a lot of Guardians.
Yeah. I mean, this is where we're going to have to see what Gillyweewee can do when they have the money. I mean, this is the round we expect to see them win, and this is where you maybe start to see a bit more of, like, the more defined strategies. I mean, you know, your first few rounds, you're kind of just poking and prodding, trying to work each other out. As you get into here, maybe you've got a bit of a better understanding, and they're deciding to opt towards A.
Revealing area.
Like I mentioned, that Cypher has switched towards that A defense, which that setup, if they're opting to go towards elbow, probably isn't the safest place.
Yeah.
Look at the lurk coming through from mid.
Oh, we've got to watch out for that. Sunless has got so much positioning up in this mid. But Lukey, trying to spot out some of these players, doesn't realize they have sight for free for now. Going to have to break some of these trips, but that's all they're going to have to deal with. And the spike will be planted on down. Here we'll see the rotates over from the last resort. see what they can get done on the other side. I mean, just spams going through the smoke, and one of these players gets brought down very, very weak in the Cypher on the side of Gillyweewee. Sorry. And Chamber in this mid position, still just alive. Gogs manages to get one, but we'll get traded back on the other side as Chicken Feet gets one as well. Gogs gets a second on the round. The same can be said for Chicken Feet, and all of a sudden, it's brought down to this 2-on-2. You're going to have to see the Chamber just regroup with the rest of the team here as Jake's going to try and stick this one, but no, the sprays are on through. A round on the board for Gillyweewee, but not a great one.
Not at all. I mean, the guns that you've just lost there. Sure, there's a little bit of economy. Surely Sunless might be able to drop someone.
Thanks.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Exactly. It was almost like they heard you.
It's almost like they heard me. But it's not great. Where do you go from here? Your economy is probably not looking as great compared to the last resort. Yeah, I mean, a few half shields here and there.
Go, go, go.
You go for mid makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, you've got to watch out. I mean, when you've got the half shields, I mean, they might decide to put an outlaw out. We've seen it happen before. Probably not on a round like this, but it's going to have to be Lukey to be that first line in. But you've got two players to deal with on the other side of this smoke in mid. They're going to send the drone out.
I'm liking this smoke. It gives you a lot more space to work with, and
Gogs could get caught in an awkward spot there if he decides to get too aggressive. I mean, a couple players on the other side, they might just decide to hit the go button and go aggressive on that at any moment. So he now has to be so careful. Opts to back up and regroup with the rest of the team here as they've already got a bit of this space on this A site. Lukey again, going to have to be that first man. Going to want to run in and just try and take these fights for his team, but deciding to go nice and slowly. Just being cautious, making sure to clear out every single angle, just aware that any of these players could just be in any of these corners. This will be the site for them. Spike will finally go down, but all of the last resort players are ready for this, and they're on a split push retake. They've got 3 on one side, 2 on the other, already getting spammed through these cages. Gets brought down weak, but not taken down as Chicken Feet will get the first on the round. It's a good start for them as they try and just get back into this site, but on the side of Gilly, you've got so many players left to be cleared out. Drop manages to shut down one on the flank. Does he know there's a second coming? I don't think he does. No, he doesn't get the timing there as Kero will get the kill there. Sunless will trade one back on the other side, and Cutter will combine for a second as well. And they're managing to keep this locked on down for now, and it's all left on to Kero. A 1v3 would have to be some heroics. I say that. For a second it was possible, but that will be the round locked in for Gilly.
Again, it's the same thing. The money, they are having to really dig deep to win these rounds.
Yeah. I mean, it's worrying signs. It's like rounds you're locking down. It's great. However, they're so shaky on every single one of these. I mean, coming down to those last couple of players, or, you know, some of these fights that you maybe expect them to just win, that we've seen in the past. I mean, teams like this, a lot of these players, I mean, they're seasoned veterans of Epic at this point.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit shaky.
I mean, this could be looking like a deep push.
Yeah, it would seem like it. I mean, they seem to like these split pushes from the side of Gilly here. As Sunless wants to try and get an early pick, will get stunned up. That's going to force him to back on up and TP out. As on the other side, this Neon is pushing on through. They want to take these fights. The spam's on through, doesn't connect. And Hero will manage to get one before being taken down by Lukey there.
And here it goes. It slows down once again.
Yeah. It seemed like Gilly had a really good idea of what they wanted to do in that round, but all it takes is one of those ultimates, and it can just break any team. It's what they planned out. It's something they maybe didn't necessarily account for, and this rotate has been read instantly. Already sending over these players, and Sunless wants to spam them on through. Afraid there could be some players close, and Lukey and Porkychop have got one each for themselves. And that will be the site control for now. 2 players left standing on the other side. One is already taken down. It's all left onto one. They know where he is. Lukey shuts it down with a 3K on the round. Exactly what you want out of your Neon player.
Oh, for sure. And the blind coming through from Porkychop, brilliant. You're seeing those assists come through, and it works so well. Like you mentioned about the players getting shot down mid-round, I've spoken about these guys before. They can switch things up so quickly. Yeah. And they're able to adapt mid-rounds as if it's nothing, as if it was the whole plan the whole time. Yeah. Right?
I mean, that seems so fluid. Yeah. It happened, they went, do you know what, we'll just rotate, it's fine, guys. I mean, it worked out perfectly, and we'll see what they go for this time. It looks like a mid-push here. Lukey wanting to get aggressive and try and take these fights early, and Sunless manages to get one in the round already. Exactly what you want to see from this Chamber player. Just managing to find these right angles, take down these players who get a bit too aggressive.
Yeah, for sure. But they are kind of stuck in a little bit of a corner right now. Last Resort can have a lot of space right now, but opting to sit back on the defense doesn't make sense. That defense is quite stretched right now down to those 4 players. Look how much there is towards mid.
It's just how much space they're giving up as well.
Yeah.
Like, they're watching down mid, but a lot of this space has been given up. They're not going aggressive on A at all. I mean, already Adam managing to take one down in mid as well. Takes down that one player that was going to be lurking. Chicken Feet's going to be here to deal with this. Manages to take down one. We'll back on up with this and be ready to regroup with the team for these retakes. They don't want to leave these solo players. Instead, they opt to go for the retake together as a team.
Spike planted.
We're going to have to see what they can get done here as PorkyChop. Going to push up towards the smoke, wanting to get some spams on through. It's going to spot out some of these players. Lukey manages to get one, but will get traded back by Tiny. 9K on the other side. PorkyChop gets one as TinyK gets the second on the round. It's all down to PorkyChop, and he cannot get the kill as Adam will trade that one out. And we're all even.
We are indeed. The last resort. And it's like, you know, third seed, right?
Yeah.
Obviously good.
Oh, yeah.
But by how things tend to go, they should not be here right now.
I mean, they are showing how they have got here. This is exactly what we wanted to see out of them. I mean, a team like the Last Resort, you know, you kind of come into this a little bit of an underdog, especially going into this finals, and, you know, you're managing to do this so far. And, I mean, you look at the other side from the side of Gillyweewee, I mean, what can you get done here? It's going to be one where you want to get the ball rolling.
Definitely, but there are quite a few ultimates online, and I see Lukey with a Bucky and a...
That's a worrying sign. I don't think you ever want to see that on the other side, and this is just going to be an aggressive take, I would assume, from here. There we go. PorkyChop sends out the blinds. The slide on through from the Neon. Lukey managing to get one already on the round. Exactly what we expected, but it gets shut down by Tiny 9K on the other side. Not getting as much as maybe Lukey would have expected there, and they haven't managed to get site control off of this.
Cover going out.
This is something where you maybe expect from that ultimate to be able to invest in, get this space, push the players back. But they were confident to stay there, but Sunless on the other side, managing to shut down a player in mid as well. PorkyChop's going to have this B site all to himself for now as well, as Gogs will find another on the other side.
Not opting to plant, you know, waiting for his team to come back and try and help out as much as they can. But Sunless going for the luck.
One enemy
That's a great look as well. Cutter managing to take down another one of these players. It's all left down onto one player. They're on the wrong site for now as well. I mean, it's a Neon. We've seen what some of these players can do, but Kera has a lot to do in this position. There we go. Yeah. I mean, exactly what we want to see out the side of Gilly. I mean, they're using these ultimates effectively. Yes, you get shut down after one kill.
Yeah.
But the idea was there, ready, set up.
Right, and a player to mention is PorkyChop. I mean, we've mentioned him time and time again. But the fact he plays Jet normally.
Yeah.
Right? It's Jet or Omen. And that shouldn't make sense. He's got 7 assists right now.
Yeah.
And you're seeing these set plays, and he's always there. Especially for Luke. You see these two playing together quite a lot of times, no matter how they roster chops and changes.
Yeah.
They work so well together.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing it there. Just that Omen blind into that Neon slide. And all of a sudden, on the other side, Last Resort have taken a lot of mid-aggression here. They've taken so much space early on, but they've left no one on this A site. If Gogs decides to go exploring, he could maybe find this one out. But at the moment, that's not going to be the case, as Kera is going to get spotted out by that Recon Bolt. The only player to be noticed. They might not know about how many players are here, but the Rolling Thunder is invested from the side of Last Resort there. But PorkyChop will get one down. Adam will get a trade back on the other side, take them down. And Kera will not be able to win that one out, as Cutter sprays down 2 as well. I mean, maybe a bit of a misplay there, investing the ultimate. I'm not too sure on that, but the damage is not there from them on this round. I mean, the Last Resort, you've managed to get this mid control. That's kind of all you've managed to have this round. Sunless very weak behind the smoke, though. Adam's got it all to do. Can maybe take down this player and go from there, but it's all going to be timing. I don't know if he knows he's in the corner here. Adam's going to swing on through, and he doesn't. Sunless will shut him down, and it's a 5th round on the board.
The thing is, you can't rule out Last Resort yet.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. We're seeing these... There's a lot of movement, and there's so much potential. I think it's just a little too slow.
Yeah.
Gilly are a team that they love that fast pace.
Yeah.
If you can try and counter that and kind of give them something to be like, okay, whoa, hold on a minute.
Yeah. Hold up.
Hold up. You guys are playing a little bit too fast. And okay, they're good at adapting, but it will take them a few rounds to get there. So if you can try and even out that score and then maybe start something else again, something new, and constantly keep them on their toes, I think that they can keep up.
I mean, that mid push was great. Maybe invested the ultimate on a round where you didn't really have the guns to support it, would be all I would say on that one. But
yeah, I mean, the Rolling Thunder kind of just got...
it just got thrown into the mix. I mean, Bit of a misplay, but overall, a good idea to try and get that mid-aggression. But on the other side, Gilly have managed to push into this B side, managed to get a lot of space early on, and Sunless will manage to take down Adam as well. I mean, that operator is paying off greatly for them so far. I mean, one of those things on an attack side op, you don't always expect it to do too well, and Lukey's going to have a lot to deal with here. Stuns them up, is deciding to play this all on site. Knows these players are going to be pushing through from mid, but there's a player in their backline that I don't think they know about. Tiny 9K manages to get one, and that's all he'll get, as Sunless shuts down another player as well in Kero, and that will be the round. A bit worrying for a second there, not knowing about that flank player, but they managed to rotate so quickly. They know the comms are there, and it's instantly like, guys, there's someone in our backline.
Sure. And we've been seeing a few games today where that hasn't been the case, right?
Yeah.
And that flank, either the trips get destroyed or something's happened where there's no flank watch anymore, and the teams just completely forget about it.
Yeah.
And it's just these little things that make such a big difference, and it's why they're first seed.
Yeah.
And you can tell it's just so many micro plays. These guys, they're so used to it. It's natural.
Yeah. So I mean, that comes with also playing with players you've played before.
Yeah.
Like, you know how to play around each other, you're used to that. You don't have to get used to that as much. And it just gives you that slight advantage over some of these teams that, you know, maybe are a bit newer playing together. You don't know everyone's, you know, what they go for in every round. But saying that, Lukey loves to go aggressive up mid at the moment, and it's working out at the moment, managing to get a lot of space. We'll see what he can get done here. Not deciding to go aggressive, but has found this space, and Sunless again. This operator time and time again is getting these kills. Lukey, there we go, swings on through, gets the first, manages to get out as well, and wants to keep re-aggressing this. He knows he's got the gun advantage maybe, and he still wants to get this, manages to avoid the stuns as well. He's just dipping, diving, and dodging around everything. Slides on in and gets the kill as well. Lukey's just having a bit of a montage here, but Chicken Feet on the other side will shut him down eventually.
Last player standing.
But, I mean, it might be too little too late, as there we go, Sunless will get the final kill in that round. I mean, it's just working out.
Sunless picking up kills wherever they fancy, just kind of
Yeah.
get a couple of kills.
Yeah.
Has he lost that up yet?
I don't think he's died since he picked it up.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. But look at the money.
Yeah.
It's like the last result. They're gonna have to start. This is the point where it really starts to having to scrape that money together, and you're going back and forth from these economy rounds.
Yeah.
It's not great. And
Yeah.
the ultimates they have that neural theft. Probably the most impact you're gonna have here.
Yeah, good for a
You have to
retake.
get that kill.
Yeah, 100%. You need to get that first player down to be able to even use this. And, I mean, that's going to be the awkward thing is already this Neon has found his way all the way into this market positioning. Wants to go and get aggressive as well. Just trying to push these players onto site. Flush them towards Sunless maybe. So that Sunless can take them down. Going to spot them in the corner, and there we go. Sunless will get the first kill onto Adam. Takes down that Omen. That's not out of the round. And there's the second gone as well, as Sunless managing to pick up all these kills. Being the entry operator on a chamber. I mean, not something we maybe see as much in past, you know, iterations of Valorant. Maybe it was, but not recently. I mean, Sunless now just is able to hold down this angle, make sure no one pushes through CT as well. But on the flank is where all these players are, and they've got it on watch. Lukey managing to get the first, as Jake will trade it back on the other side. And there's still two more players left standing, but Sunless is aware of this as well and wants to swing, but Gogs gets the last two. It's 8-3 on the half so far with only one round left. I mean, Last Resort really need this.
So impressive. Look, I was looking at the minimap, and you can just see even the comms or the knowledge happening in their heads, right?
Yeah.
You see, okay, hold on. It's clearly been it's not CT and it's
Yeah.
not mid, and immediately God knows to go back to that. And it's seamless.
Yeah. I mean, also another thing to note is we say how important these pistol rounds are,
Yeah.
except on the other side of it, if pistol rounds is all you're winning, that's not a good sign.
Yeah.
Outside of that pistol round and second round, Last Resort have gone 1 and 8.
Yeah.
That is not a great sign. You know, it's great you won that pistol, but they've lost the momentum so early on. And on the other side, Gilly, you managed to win all of these rounds.
That pistol doesn't really matter.
The pistol doesn't matter until second half, and
Yeah.
if Gilly managed to win that one,
It's just bonus
it's really
rounds.
worrying.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, again, Sunless just locking down these angles, just making the players from Last Resort, you know, so afraid to swing on through. We've seen how confident they can be, how they can take these fights. But when you've got players like that on the other side, you have to be careful. And again, it's going to be another site given up for free. As Gog's managing to spray one through to smoke as well. That's going to reveal where all the players are. He gets the neural theft, going to spot them all out. They know that there's a couple players close as well, and everyone's going to be rotating on over. Lukey realizes there might be a few too many people there to take that fight for now, so opts to back up onto site. And they're just going to regroup all together. Sunless managing to take down one as well on the round. I mean, it's just got to be a place where Last Resort need a way to get back in. They just need a foothold in this round, but Sunless is there shutting it down again and again. Lukey wants to get aggressive as well. Will slide on in, shuts down the last player as well, and it's a 9-3 half.
We've seen it happen.
Switching sides.
We have
Love to see it happen.
on a
in fact.
9-3.
Yeah,
This is, you know, the notorious curse.
but Gilly are now on defense.
Yeah.
And although they are they like to attack, they're very fast, it can still work. I think they might be opting this mid, possibly, maybe not pistols, maybe. But I think they're going to favor towards mid, taking a lot of space.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it in those rounds on the attack side. They love to control this mid area, and that's just beneficial for both sides. If you have mid control, you kind of control a lot of the map, because these rotates are so long if you don't have that control.
Oh, for sure.
I'll show them.
I mean, we'll have to see what Lukey decides to do here. Looking like he might want to get aggressive. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see this one at all, as already he'll take down that camera. He will get tagged by it, though, so no heal here. But they've got to be careful. It's just Lukey on the other side is always a worrying thing, but they don't send anyone over there for now. Looked like it was a bit of a fake to, you know, show a little bit of presence and then rotate over towards A, but on the other side, you've got to be careful. This Chamber's just going to be waiting, ready for this. Kara's going to swing into this. I'm not sure if he's aware that Sunless is waiting. Sunless is going to have a lot to deal with, though. The TP is up, going to spot the first, gets the tag and TP's out. Going to try and regroup with the rest of his team here, but the Sova's going to be pressured off of this angle as well. Sunless decides to lurk on up, though. Might spot out a couple of these players. Yeah, he spots out one, gets the shot onto the first. Not the second, though, as Adam will get the trade back on the other side, and Chicken Feet gets another on site. This is going to be the control for Last Resort. This is exactly what they wanted. We've seen what they did last pistol round. Can they lock this one down as well? But Lukey is still around in this round. You've got to watch out for this one. He's going to be the aggressive player to just try and get this retake started. See what they can find. Going to have to take down that camera again. Don't want to get spotted out too early on. Lukey stuns up that backside positioning and takes down one through the smoke as well. Spots out this other player. Slides on past. Gets an awkward timing, though. Adam only able to get one. And all of a sudden, all left onto one player that's not being cleared out the corner. And for a second there, Chicken Feet might have had that, but Lukey was there with the flick.
Trigger discipline is so crucial, but you have to be able to close out those kills.
Yeah. I mean, that was such a close round there. If Lukey wasn't as quick on that flick, that was an easy shutdown. But, I mean, a round where if you're on the side of Gilly, that's a great round to have. That puts you onto that double digits.
Right? Yeah. Double digits. 3 more rounds. And that is map 1.
Yeah. I mean, if they were able to shut this down cleanly, this would be a worrying sight. But, I mean, Last Resort, you've still got some time to get back into this.
They're opting to not force, which I respect. There's only, say, only 10. It's not like we're seeing 11 or 12 just yet. And there are a lot of sheriffs in their hands.
I mean, we've seen what damage the Sheriff can do as well in the right hands. And, I mean, these players on Last Resort can hit their shots when they're feeling it. And, I mean, this is where we're going to have to see what they can do. Jake, looking to be maybe that first player on the breach, but probably going to be there to support his Neon and just try and push them up together. But his whole team decides to group together. Going to send this stun on through, just try and take any space. A bit too scared, not too sure which way to go at first, and they opt to go towards this right-hand side. Just to try and get full control for now. Lukey's on the other side, though. And he's got a Bulldog as well. You've got to be careful not to get sprayed down by that one. And Kara's going to be this first player to take this contact. Spots out these players and cannot land shots just about. Jake will get that first kill onto Lukey. Will get traded back on the other side, though, by Cutter. Cutter's still alive on this site, managing to get a second as well. Gogs is here to support, gets a third, and Porky Chop shuts down the fourth. All of a sudden, Kara is this last player standing. And look like he's going for the knife, and Gogs gets the knife headshot.
That's mean. We're in upper finals, Gogs.
You can't be doing this. Not here. I mean, Gogs is just here for a good time, it seems.
He is. He really is. Now, yeah.
I mean, 13 assists on Porky Chop is something
assists.
that is incredible to see.
Considering we're only 14 rounds in.
Yeah. I mean, starting on that attack side will massively help out that
sure.
stat, but regardless, seeing a player like an Omen being so supportive.
I don't like this Outlaw on Sunless and a lot of half shields from the Last Resort.
Yeah, I mean, one bullet is all it takes to take down most of these players on the side of Last Resort. We've seen how powerful this gun can be, but at the moment, Sunless isn't going to spot any of them out. And he's looking towards the wrong site, but on the other side, Porky Chop also has an Outlaw and manages to shut down Adam. But Tiny 9K though, a shock dart to trade it back. That's a good start. Cutter wants to swing on in on this. Might get the timing, gets the first and the second. Knows there's a player close. Jake sends the blind on through, but Chicken Feet will take down Cutter. I mean, a bit of silence on the round here for a bit, but only 2 players left standing for the last resort. They spotted out one of these players in Lukey, and the run and gun from Gogs just in front of that manages to take down one on the round as well.
What is Gogs doing?
Gogs is just there to break the crosshair placement and have a good time.
I just see Lukey swing, and all of a sudden I just see Gogs walking past.
Gogs is just like, I don't mind if I don't hit my shots here, as long as I distract the player.
Lukey's gonna hit the shots, right?
Yeah.
So
Teleport's ready.
why not?
I mean, that's
Keep the distractions up.
That's why it's so good when you're confident in the rest of your team. You know what they can do. You know, I don't need to hit these shots. I can have a bit of fun. And I mean, already, Sunless on an operator round 4.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's just unfair, isn't it?
It's not what you want to be seeing. I mean, Kara's having to force into a judge.
Probably the Porky Chop's still on the outlaw, and
That's a good spot.
Porky Chop has been known for his outlaw plays, especially on the jet. But why change it? There's barely any full shields
Yeah.
on the sides of the last resort. Why waste your money?
I mean, you've got plenty of rounds as
It's
well. You don't
basically
have to
an
worry
operator
too
at that
much.
point, right?
Yeah.
It's one shot.
I mean, Gog's just trying to clear down anything just to make sure there's safe passes for the chamber there. But Kara manages to get one with the judge already onto Cutter. We'll take that player down. Porky Chop with the outlaw, like you said, managing to take down one onto Chicken Feet here. But Kara's gone aggressive, going to spot out these players, but cannot get anything done as Lukey will get a kill back on the other side. Tiny 9K also looking to maybe get aggressive here. Maybe try and catch out some of these players as Porky Chop might not get the timing, but does. But will lose a teammate in the process. As Gogs will trade one back on the other side, but Porky Chop will take down that player. All left down into this solo player, and Adam stuck on site. And that will be all they can do. It's going to be a 13-3 for this first map of our upper finals.
Which is really interesting, because
Defenders
obviously
win.
both of these teams went 2-1.
Yeah.
So they clearly can put up a fight.
I think it must just be some kind of nerves from last resort, or maybe it's just, you know, some teams, when they play up against certain playstyles, it just doesn't work as well. And this just might be the kryptonite to their playstyle.
Definitely, but I mean, map 2.
We're already looking forward to that. I mean, yeah, I mean, there's not too much to say about the first map, but going into map 2, this is where we need to see the reset hit. From the last resort, you know, look back at your last series. You know, what was going so well there that's not working here? You know, where are we playing wrong? How are we being broken down by Gilly? On the other side for Gilly, we're doing a lot of stuff right. Let's just not get too confident.
That's the thing, right? I think Gogs might need to take it down a little bit, but
Yeah,
I respect the confidence, actually.
yeah.
I like it.
I mean, it's paying off for them as well. They won that map in quite dominating fashion, in a fashion we didn't expect. Other than that pistol round and second round, the other team won 1 round, and that was it.
Yeah.
From that point onwards, there was not a single round. They're just winning these in quick succession. So it's going to be a story of, you know, will the momentum keep on going? Will the Gilly train keep going all the way to the finals? Or will Last Resort find the way back in? But we'll have to wait until map 2, which will be straight after this break.
Hello and welcome back to EPIC45 with Intel. I'm Mazda.
You're still Madsbit?
Believe it or not, nothing's changed in the last
Nothing's
5
changed.
minutes.
That's insane. That's crazy.
Yeah, a little bit more energy actually.
We're back. I mean, it's because we had such a good first map.
We did. We had a great first map. This is Jack, by the way.
Oh yeah, hi. My bad, guys.
We've got the pub quiz next door. I'm not sure, you guys can't hear it from here. But we're not,
I hope you
we're not
can't.
downstairs like
It's slightly hectic over
lands.
there. I'm like,
it is. You walk through, it's chaos.
it is. But I mean, we're back here. We're back for another
We
good game,
are.
hopefully. I mean, hopefully a bit of a close map this time. We're going on to Lotus, a map that we've seen a lot throughout this tournament and every tournament, I think,
I'm
of
starting
existence.
to understand why people don't like casting Lotus.
Yeah.
It is the same thing.
It's the same map, but with that being said, with it being the same thing, it means that, you know, teams that are practiced, that have been playing this, they know what they're doing. But at the same time, you have to be careful because the other team now knows what you're doing as well because of how many times you've played it.
And considering the chamber gameplay we've just seen, I am a little bit worried.
I'm hoping we don't see a chamber because I would be worried as well for the side of the last resort. If a chamber gets picked on through, it could be a worrying time. I mean, you also reference, you know, a possible jet on a certain player. If they're having a bit of fun, you know, you're up a game.
Yes.
Maybe we see
However,
this.
The issue is there's a lot of people on this team that like to play duelist.
I mean, you're up 1-0. You
Yeah,
could have a bit of
true.
fun.
I know Gogs usually likes to play Omen.
Yeah.
It's been
I feel like
little
that's a
bit of
given at that
rework.
point. Yeah.
He's been doing great on the Sentinel though, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's
Those-
been paying
those
off great.
lurks, Yeah.
I mean, we saw it last round. I mean, he is just a player that's willing to support. He knows what he needs to do to set up his team, and he does it.
In terms of the last resort, I could make a pun about the name, but I'm not.
No, go for it.
No. How are we feeling? Obviously,
Yeah.
map 1, right? Didn't go.
Not the
great.
showing we
You
expected.
probably want a few more rounds. My thing about best of 3, I've said this before. Best of 3s, stomp, come back, and then stomp again from the first team. They give him a game,
Okay.
pretty solid game, but they give them a game and then come back and stomp again. I've seen it so many times.
It is quite common. Or often you kind of see, you know, the stomp to start, and then like the really close middle map,
Yeah.
followed by the stomp from the other team.
Yeah, the
And it's
reverse
like,
sweep, you
hang
do
on,
see
what's
the-
happened here? But I mean, we'll have to see from the last resort. I mean, they had quite a close game in the series before.
They did.
I mean, they had to play a lot of long maps. I believe they went into
They
2
clearly-
overtimes.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing if they get down to
They
that
do.
stage. They just need to get to that point.
And I'm sure that they've played Lotus today. And I'm sure
I think
that
every
Lotus
team has
is
played
one of
it.
those maps that they are confident on. And I believe.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's kind of down to, on a map like Lotus, it's less down to what you know and more what you can do to counter the other team. If you know how to counter their plays, most of the time these teams will have plays they've got drilled down. Everyone knows what they're doing on the map. They know what they like to pressure. It's how much do you know your opponent to know what they want and then to work your plays around them.
Yeah, definitely. What I like about this map is B site.
Yeah.
It's really interesting because you can close in from so many different angles on that defense. B isn't really a site you want to be hitting if you're not ready for it.
Yeah.
Right? It's just this kind of, if you rotate, rotates are great for this map. You know,
Yeah.
the doors and the B link, A link, sorry. But it's difficult. You need to have some sort of advantage if you're wanting to plant on B.
Yeah, I mean, because that site you have to be so careful of. I mean, you were saying about it, you got the door that can break. I mean, you got the spinny door as well you have to be careful of from those flanks. But yeah, there's so many spots you can even rat in. I mean, we saw it earlier on in the day. Having a Bucky in that position under heaven,
Yeah. It's
I mean,
great, but
there's so many
again,
spots.
You're in the open.
You're only open to every other angle on that site. And it's one of those things where if you have the right setup, B is definitely doable. But it's getting in and getting that space to be able to set up. You know, you can't lose too many players on the way in, which is why a lot of the time these teams opt for it to be a rotate. You know, pull a couple of these players elsewhere, then you rotate over with that. You know, you have the shorter rotation over, and then you have time to set up.
I think we're going to be seeing more neon.
I mean,
probably.
kind of expected, I feel like. Although, you know, you sometimes see a couple like ISOs or something floated on here. Could maybe see that.
We love ISO. We've been saying
I'm
this
never
all day.
against an ISO.
Love a good ISO.
I feel like ISO's that
Not
one
as a-
duelist
obviously-
that I
not
like
as a
disliked,
solo
and then
duelist.
I don't anymore.
Yeah,
Solo duelist, I don't like it still. But I feel like at first I was like, this is just straight up aim.
you need your entry.
But now you realize that it's actually a supportive agent.
Oh yeah,
Maybe for someone, you know, like a Gogs. You never know.
that's That's a
Gogs
really good
is the
idea.
sort of player
Yeah.
who, you know, has the aim to back up an ISO,
Yeah.
but also has the team play to be able to understand how to play around his
If
team.
you can swing at the perfect timing where you have that shield and you swing just enough for the first shot to hit, but your teammate comes in immediately behind you
Yeah.
and can get that kill or even like the trade, make sure you don't line up.
Yes, of course.
Could be
I
an
mean,
issue.
we've seen too many lineups this tournament already. We don't want any more.
But it could work really well. And like you say, someone like Gogs, he's not afraid to get his hands dirty.
Oh, no, not at all.
So I'd like to see it.
I'd love to see it. I don't think we will, but, you know, we can hope.
Maybe
But
on Bind,
if we get there.
if we get
We'll see if we get there first. But, I mean, also on that point, there's so many duelists that can be played on this map. You know, you said about the Neon. I mean, the Jets are given as well.
Raise.
I mean, the raises, you can do so much damage with a good raise. I mean, we've seen it time and time again. Those ultimates are so powerful.
They can be powerful, or
nades.
they can do about 6 damage.
Look, that's just how the raise ultimates are.
It's a
Sometimes
50-50.
sometimes you hit them next to their feet and you do 0 damage.
Yeah.
Sometimes you hit the wall 2 miles away and you
that
do all
makes
the damage.
perfect sense.
But look, this is just the game that we play, and the players will be
It's a game
used
we
to that.
love.
Yeah, but it's also one of those things where, you know, sometimes if you get a lot of the power from that ultimate, it doesn't come from the actual hit of the missile. It comes from hearing that voice line popped.
Mhm.
Suddenly,
It's
all
almost
these
right.
players are scurrying back.
Yeah.
They realize they don't want to take this
Yeah.
fight.
And we were talking about taking space on site a little bit earlier, and we were talking about Bind B because it's very hard to retake.
Yeah.
And sites, if you've got a site taken, you really have to try and push those guys back into the vein.
Yeah.
Obviously get the kills, but other than that, you've got to push them off of that site so you can get that defuse or even stop the plant.
Yeah.
So being able to use that voice line, perfect.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, it looks like we're running into a couple tech issues at the moment. We'll get those sorted on out, and then we'll be back with you very shortly. Okay, we're back after, you know, a little bit of a shorter tech pause. Hopefully those will be all ironed out and we should be going into game soon. But, I mean, we're still here for map 2.
We are.
That's what we're here for. We're here for that Lotus map. I mean, we can maybe quickly touch on if we go to map 3, right? If. What do we think happens? I mean, we go into that, I believe it was Bind.
Yeah.
It's a map where, you know, I feel like it's momentum-based is kind of who does well on it. Yeah. Of, you know, how did Lotus go? If Lotus was a stomp from the other side, I'm slightly worried for the side of Gilly. If it was a bit closer, you know, maybe we see them come back into it.
The thing is we've seen them, when the pressure's high, the game just switches. It's like they wake up.
Yeah.
Which sounds horrible, but the fact that they're playing this well, quote unquote, asleep.
Yeah.
It's just kind of, you know, it's impressive.
Yeah. It seems we may have gone to the wrong map, apparently. We're having a couple of issues there, you know. But it's okay. Look, these things happen. It's getting a bit late. It's a long day. Players are kind of forgetting what maps they picked into here. It is a bit late. But look, we've still got a great series on our hands. You never know.
You never know.
This could be the greatest series of the LAN.
Bind. We'll go back to Bind.
Bind. I mean, yeah. We were saying about it. I mean, it's one of those two-site maps, though. So, you know, maybe you lean slightly towards the sides of Gilly. You know, they've already won a two-site map. They're used to it.
I want to see Porky Chop on the Jet.
On this map?
No,
or on Bind?
On Bind.
You want to see?
I want to see
okay.
Porky Chop Jet, Lukey Raze.
Okay.
Gogs on Omen.
Yeah.
And I don't. I mean,
the rest, you know, fill it in. You'll be, I mean, we'll see a chamber maybe.
On Bind?
I mean, it used to be.
With the Jet?
Why not? Double up? No,
Viper
it's unlikely.
maybe? Instead of the
Ooh,
Omen?
a Viper. I feel like Viper's kind of fallen out of meta quite a lot, unless you're double smoking. But, I mean, if you have the Omen, I suppose it could work out. I mean, we've seen what can be done.
There's a few comps recently with Harbor.
Yes. I mean, Harbor is...
doubling up with the Viper.
Yeah, I feel like Harbor Viper is actually a decent duo.
Which you can kind of use as a sentinel, in a way. I know Viper sometimes gets used as a sentinel on Bind, being able to lock down those sites with the smokes and playing around them. It's interesting. I'm really liking kind of watching how different teams adapt to different sites, and they take maps and they have different opinions about them and different ideas.
Yeah.
And it's great to see then players, Epic and stuff like that, putting it into practice.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of these players as well will be watching, you know, the pro scene. They kind of keep an eye. They see, you know, what's the meta over on there. And every so often we maybe see, you know, some of those teams that bring out the pocket picks, we kind of see that translate over. You know, a team might see, oh, they played this agent. But wait, I'm used to playing that agent. We can maybe try this one out. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I feel like Lotus is the map to do it. It's that kind of, you know, it's so normal, so everyone plays it. Often we see similar comps, sometimes mirror comps on it. This is the place to bring out that pocket strat you have. The one you've brought along to LAN and gone, do you know what, at some point we can try this.
Yeah, definitely. I'm interested to see how the Last Resort want to play this, if they're going to want to try and push a little bit more faster.
Yeah.
Obviously, they didn't get much time on that attack to be able to, you know, really show. I don't quite know in terms of attacking and defending who will be doing that first on Lotus.
Yeah.
But hopefully, Last Resort kind of have that chance to prove themselves on that attack.
Yeah, I feel like all I really want to see from the side of them is just a couple more rounds.
Fight, you know,
I want to see two halves from it as well. I want them to have the opportunity on both halves, because I feel like they're one of those teams that when they get started, they can do really well. They can keep that momentum going. They kind of like a bit of those scrappy fights as well. The ones where it's one each and every way. I mean, we've seen it before.
Well for them.
It works out well.
Yeah, for sure.
But, I mean, we'll have to see what they can do. They've got to find an answer to this Gilly side, though.
Yeah, definitely. I think if they can just try and put them in uncomfortable positions, there we go.
I mean,
there we go.
You called it.
I did call it. I mean,
you said you wanted it on the Jet,
but
I mean, it's there.
And this makes sense.
Yeah.
It's where Lukey's most comfortable. I'm liking the double duelist, especially like I mentioned last map, Porky Chop and Lukey, that duo.
On the other side, though, to have a Breach and a Vise is an interesting mix. I feel like Vise is kind of that one that can somewhat fill a bit of what Breach does. Of course, not to the same degree in the sense of the flashes, but Breach is really powerful by himself. Vise is really powerful. But combine the two, could be carnage.
What I have been seeing a little bit, I think it was the Last Resort. It could have been. But a Breach flash, so you put the Vise flash up in position, Breach flash on it, wait for it to literally split second it goes down because everyone's turned and then turns back again.
And they turn back, and then you
do the
flash
flash
them.
again. So it kind of brings this like almost like I guess
Undodgeable
uncertainty
flash
to it.
tech,
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
I mean, we'll have to see if they've maybe practiced this. If they've got this in the bag, I mean, that could be extremely powerful, especially on these attack sides.
Yep.
You set up the position where you want to do it, and I mean, if you spot out a couple of these players, it could be great for you, but we'll have to see what they want to do. And already, I mean, we've seen this time and time again, these A crunches. And on the side of Gilly, they want to go for this, and it looks like Last Resort might be willing to commit over to it as well. So it's just going to be an all-out brawl on this A side.
It is indeed. It tends to happen first round.
Yeah, it's a very common thing to see, and we're going to have to see what Kero can get done. That Raze on this side of the Last Resort decides not to get aggressive, though. It looks like they're going to sit back and wait, knowing that this double duelist on the other side will push on through. The dash is through. Lukey manages to get one, though, but the trades go in favor of the Last Resort, and they've just punished that aggression so early on.
Bring them down.
Yeah, for sure. And
I'll find you.
defense still opting for.
They're still pushed up. They still want to take these fights. And Cutter's managed to find the first, made that a second, and a third as well. Some great shots there. Gets the tags as well. Onto Chicken Feet. Gets the fourth and just shuts it down.
That's exactly what you need. And it's so aggressive. Like I mentioned, even on this defense, they love to keep the ball moving.
Yeah. I mean, even after getting punished, you sent two players, like,
Both your
super
duelists,
aggressive.
by the
Both
way.
duelists gets taken down. And you go, do you know what? We're just going to stay here still.
Yeah, they're gonna hold that space they took. They took it for a reason, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, both duelists pushing on was just a distraction. Sure, getting one kill was great. 2 trades unfortunately got taken out.
Yeah.
But it means that that space in A main can be taken so easily, and all they have to do is hold it down.
Yeah, exactly that. And we'll have to see what they can get done. As on the side of Gilly here, I mean, getting that aggressive win early, that's great. But Chicken Feet on the other side already landing such a great shot onto Sunless there. Shuts down this Chamber player nice and early on in the round. I mean, we saw what Sunless can do last map. So, I mean, taking down that player early is great. We've still got those duelists up on the other side as well. But it seems like Last Resort, they're still not too sure where they want to go here.
Yeah, definitely. Just to try and scout out anything that they can, but it's that outlaw of Porky Chop.
It's just, it's so powerful time and time again. And on that jet as well, it's even more powerful. Can take those 2 shots, can dash out, and then just keep their life for as long as they need to reload as well. Cutter spots out loads of players here. Surely that calls for the rotate, but no. They opt to not instantly rotate over to this, maybe expecting it to be a bit of a fake and over towards B, and that might be what it is. As one player goes exploring, but no, they're going to go towards Tree here with the spike in hand as well. So it's going to be all on Cutter to see what he can get done here. Going to have so many players to deal with. Has not spotted any of them out just yet. Decides to drop on down. Cutter could have the timing here. Gets the first already. Onto Adam. Will take them down. There's still 2 players in front sight. The spike will be planted down as well, though. And Cutter's got to try and retake this. Going to be that one isolated player. Cannot land the shots. Jake will trade that back on the other side with that classic in hand. And brings us to this 3-on-3. The number's not in their favor with the guns, though. And Gogs has managed to find one. Lukey finds a second as well. And suddenly it's all left down onto this lone player. But they're in the back line. Do they know about 9K? Yes, they do, as they'll get shut down by Gogs. I mean, the second round expected, yes, from Gilly, but, I mean, for a second there, Last Resort had a foot in that round.
They did, and they managed to convert a few kills, but the issue is those guns weren't able to get retrieved.
Yeah.
Right? And we saw that kill from Jake going onto the backside, but they couldn't get the gun, and they're stuck. And you see Gogs being there just in time to be able to get that flank, well, from stairs, I believe it was. But
Yeah.
I mean, 2-0. That's what you expect.
It's also seeing that read as well onto Tiny 9K, knowing that there could be a player in your back line, they're already clearing that out,
Yes.
making sure they're not making those small mistakes early, which is exactly what you want to see from the side of Gilly here. You don't want to be making these little mistakes, and they're not making them at all. As Last Resort, going to send Chicken Feet over to just TP past a lot of this intel. Will get spotted out, I believe, by that Fade Util, but Kara manages to find the first kill there. Make that a second as well with this Guardian. Just being a force to be reckoned with as Tiny 9K finds another as well. Lukey going to be this final player here to try and get something done. Gets the first, doesn't realize there's a second, slides on back and tries to get the pick, but cannot do it. Will get sprayed through the smoke. And all of a sudden, it's all left down onto this solo chamber player. I mean, we've seen how good Sunless has been in the past, but already going to be found out. The flash is there. And a great round from Last Resort. Exactly what we want to see from them.
Yeah, the util is being used perfectly. They're playing as a team.
Yeah.
I'm liking it.
And they did the fast play, which is often
Yeah.
what the side of Gilly will do.
Right.
They played Gilly at their own game and won.
Also, what I like is we mentioned about Breach and Vice. Vice sitting back a little bit, Adam to kind of waiting for that wall to come through with that flash They know the lurk's going to be coming through at some point, and you have that breach still for those flashes for sight.
Yeah. I mean, that's exactly what you want, just to keep as many of those, you know, important agents up for as long in the round as you can. And this is where we see what Last Resort can do. I mean, that last round, you didn't have a full buy against you. This is where you will. And Sunless wants to swing on through. Almost lands that shot, but Porkychop will get the pick onto Kero. Will dash up as well. Cutter's going to be caught in a really awkward spot there. Will get taken down by Tiny9K as they trade back on the other side. And Porkychop's got a lot to deal with here. Gets full blinded up and gets pushed on back as Sunless will get one before dropping down as well at the hands of Chicken Feet. And I mean, again, really not in a great position here. Lukey's stuck in this corner with a Sheriff. I mean, if they swing onto site, he's going to have a lot to do here, but it looks like they might opt to back on up. He might get the timing swings on through, and No will be taken down by Tiny9K. Leaving only this Omen, who, I mean, is there, but a little bit too late.
Yeah, definitely. The rotate's going to come through. I mean, it's definitely doable. We saw it earlier on this map. The 1v4, obviously we're down to 1v3 now, but
if we see any more rounds like that, I don't even know what happens.
The positioning here.
I mean, they've got so much being covered. I don't think the Omen's even going to get close enough to even have a chance these fights.
So many corners just to be able to get to side that it's just not worth it.
Gog's going to have to deal with two people. They might just 3-2-1 this and swing together, as it looks like they're ready to go whenever, but Gog's opts to back on up, maybe realizing that, you know, this probably isn't a winnable round for me. I'm going to back on up, save one of these guns through to the next round, and just, this gives us a bit of time to work out what's gone wrong these last couple rounds.
Yeah, definitely, but again, it's working really well for the Last Resort.
Yeah.
I'm liking the rotates.
I'll find you.
They're waiting for a few picks. Look at how many people died on A.
Yeah.
And you're still opting for that rotate.
I mean, yeah, they had so much space, but they knew that with that many players taken down, the last player is going to be rotating over. They just expect you to commit at that point. We don't need to run into Gogs. You know, we've seen what Gogs can do. Gogs can get the picks. Let's just not even give them the opportunity to, and exactly that happens, and Gogs has to save on through. I mean, Sunless, operator, that's...
Down 5.
I mean, it's expected. This is where it starts to become worrying. This is where we need to see what the Last Resort have to answer this.
You can see how comfortable they are doing these picks. It's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
And all these players are on their comfortable agents or you know, roles.
Yeah.
And I think that's so important. Obviously, you want to have a good comp, right?
Yeah, exactly.
At the end of the day, you want to be comfortable.
Yeah. We'll have to see what they do, and Sunless already managing to find one with that operator, and Porkychop will find a second as well. That's going to do so much to push these players back from Last Resort, but they want to keep on aggressing, keep on fighting, as Tiny9K will get taken down by Porkychop there. I mean, Sunless is still around with this operator as well. They have to be so careful. This Omen has found a bit of space, but will get tagged up weak already. And Porkychop will find that kill, leaving it all down to this solo player in the Vise. Caught in rubble, got a player on the flank already as well. It's only a matter of time until they get shut down. I mean, Adam, what can you do here? Just try and get a couple picks on the way out, maybe. It's only a matter of time until they get cleared out, but wait, hang on a second. They haven't been spotted just yet. If the timing is right, Adam could maybe get one here. Gets the first on the round. He's going to know that the player's going to be swinging, know exactly where he is. Gets stunned up and cannot get any more on the round. I mean, a good effort there from Adam, managing to survive that long, but nothing can really be done.
Yeah, no, it's not ideal.
Yeah.
Sunless.
I mean, the operator is paying off already.
It's so scary because that puts... Obviously, now they know that operator's in play.
Yeah.
And even if he loses it, he'll get his ult in no time, and then the op will be back.
Yeah.
That puts so much pressure, and they're still opting for A. They're gonna obviously the pings are coming through here. I think a lot of util is about to get dumped, but I reckon this first pick goes to Sunless.
This is where we're going to need to see what the answer is. It looks like a stun over the top and maybe a nade as well to try and shut down this player, and it gets smoked off as well. Sunless has been spotted out and gets forced back. This is exactly what we want to see. The change up from Last Resort to realize the operator's online and push them back. And here we go. The ultimate will be invested as well. It looks like the players want to push on in as they're going to get blinded up and deafened up. The guns will be taken away from the other side as well. And this is going to be site control for the Last Resort, but no picks have been taken just yet. The first blood not there, but Tiny9K will finally find it. Gets a second as well through one of these boxes onto Porkychop. And all of a sudden, only 3 players left standing for the side of Gilly. They've got to try and retake this. They got forced off with all this util, and they need to find their way back in, and Lukey's going to have to be the player to do it. But Boggs has managed to find one on the other side. Luki just needs to bide his time. He's got the ultimate available if he wants it as well. Gets the first and the second from the slide. Slides on through as well to try and find these last few players, but can't spot out Kara in time. Kara will get the trade, brings it down to 2-on-2, and Chicken Feet will find another as well. All of a sudden, it's all onto Sunless. Only the operator in hand, stuck in this awkward position in tree as well. Will spot out one of these players. TP's behind them. I don't think he's realized. Yes, he has. Can't land the shots, though, and Sunless will get taken down.
And what's really interesting was that she was talking about before the round started. They used that utility to shut him down.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, he not useless, but powerless.
Yeah.
Right? And it's so hard to find yourself in these close situations. Okay, yeah, sure, the quick scope op kills can work in those close situations, but there's so much pressure on him at all times that it's really hard to be doing that.
Yeah.
I do believe Porkchop is on an op as well. I think there might be 2 ops.
Possibly. I mean, Sunless requested the operator through, so it might have been one where they were going to just drop it, but instead decided to do that. But, I mean, this is where we're going to have to see. Sunless has got to change something up. Got shut down in that round, and the retakes are not very easy to do. Chicken, if he wants to get aggressive, knows there's this player in this corner, gets spammed through the door, has to back up just a little bit as the spam's coming through from each side, and Sunless just unable to find that kill that he wants to get, as the ultimate will be invested. As Kara is ready to go up over top, and all of a sudden, so many ultimates invested, throws up the player in backside as Jake will find Sunless already. Kara manages to find Luki as well on that ultimate. A little bit of stray shots there, as Kara wants to try and take these fights, wants to stay pushed up, and not allow an opportunity for Gilly to get back into sight. I mean, Tiny Nike's got the cover as well. There's so much to be done, but Gogs, I mean, this Odin could do so much damage if he gets the timing right, but Chicken Feet is watching for this. Chicken Feet is ready. He's just got to do a 3-2-1 and go, but all of a sudden, Tiny 9K and Kara shut down his 2 teammates, and Gogs is stuck. There's nothing he can do. He's been spotted out as well. The utility's going to be there just to trap him in. Gogs has got to try and find one on the way out, but can't find anything. And it's a flawless round from the last resort.
Which is really interesting because that was an Odin buy, 2 ops, and an overdrive. There was 2 ops.
Wow.
And an overdrive invested.
Yeah.
So that's not ideal in terms of economy. I'll be real.
But on the other side, I mean, at least you managed to get the Raze ultimate out. You know, that's one of those.
True. That's very true.
And it's still a close game so far, but it looks like the last resort have really answered well to it. Yeah. They know how to shut down these operators. And I mean, this is kind of what we've been seeing from this Chamber player. That's how they do well. That's what Sunless does to get these picks in the round.
Yeah, definitely. But he's opting to kind of sit towards B now.
Yeah.
So maybe, I'm not too sure what the economy is looking like, but the money probably isn't there now.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those where you invest a lot into a round and then you look towards the next and it's like, you know, we can't really buy anything this round, guys. You know, you might get a couple sheriffs if you're lucky at this point, investing that much in, but that's going to be all you've got. But on the other side, you're still going to have all your guns online. I mean, from the last resort, this is where you start to try and snowball. You've got the 2 rounds in a row. If you can keep on stacking these up and up, it builds up your bank for the future rounds. It means you can afford to lose one round and still buy the next.
And I reckon these A pushes might be really strong still because they now know that those operators are gone and it's going to be a lot easier to push A. And then when the operators come back, you can then switch to C and start doing a few things over there and not be so predictable.
Yeah, I mean, still got to watch out for those A crunches. I mean, we've seen it happen before. And it looks like it might possibly be happening here as the last resort opting to go towards this A main position. Going to try and fight for this, but on the other side, they got to be careful of the side of Gilly as they also want to take this position. Already the Haunt is being destroyed though. Doesn't spot out any of these players, but it does notify them there is at least one player close. They're going to have expected this anyway, but just trying to get a couple tags through this smoke and can find nothing. But on the other side as well towards C, you've got to be careful because this Vise and Chamber, I mean, they're just kind of sitting around each other. They're not too sure where each other are, but if one over-aggresses a bit too much, as I say that, and Sunless will get the pick onto Adam. That's great. Shuts down that one lurk player.
The Tour de Force.
It just allows for so much space. Yeah, the Tour de Force online. I mean, that's a gun that he's going to love to have in his hands.
Having that up.
I mean, Kara as well. Going to have to be this first line in now as well on this Raze. Just try and find a bit of this positioning for them. And it's going to be a plant for Jake, but it looks like Tiny 9K wants to go aggressive. Wants to try and take these fights. Going to have a jet on the other side as well. Kara going to swing off this stun, and it's a great stun. Stunned up Porky Chop. No opportunities there for him, and Kara manages to find the pick already. Brings the numbers even. But there's so many players over towards this broken door site. They're all going to be running into sight together. And there's so much left to do on the other side, and Kera's just walking around trying to find anyone they can as Chicken Feet manages to find one. Gogs will trade back on the other side as they combine. Tiny 9K manages to find two. All of a sudden, though, Cutter, last player left standing. 5 HP, doesn't know where Kera is and doesn't have any guns reloaded. And Kera will manage to find the kill and shut it down.
Again, that's a lot of kills in one round.
Yeah.
Which we were talking about before the game started. Kera has a lot of money.
Kera is almost maxing out. This is exactly what you want to see.
This hasn't been happening yet, though. Look at the economy from Gilly.
Yeah.
Right? They are not looking too great. Some are still on the operator, don't worry.
Of course.
Some things don't change. But, I mean, that's not where they usually are.
No, they're not used to being down.
No.
From a side like Gilly, you're used to being up in these matches. Yeah. I mean, we saw it in last map. When they get the start that they want, they start to run away with it. But on the other side, Last Resort, managing to find out the ways to read into this on this attack side. The side where you need to get these rounds on board as soon as possible. And this is where they just want to try and get these reads on through, investing these ultimates, keeping them on a good rotation, deafening up all of these players as well. Gogs not too sure if anyone's going to be swinging him just yet, and has to call for that rotation for support.
Yeah, and there's so many people on A right now. Sonless just patiently holding C by himself.
Yeah.
A few rotates going through, a little bit of caution towards B. That lurk could always be possible, but
Chicken Feet's going to swing through. Gogs is going to be
Flash
ready for this. The flash gets sent over. The fade is trying to find out where any of these players are. There we go. Gogs will get spotted out. The stun sent out as well. Gogs TP's into the back site. Keeps himself alive for now as Kera will get one onto Lukey already. Gogs still alive though. Tiny 9K will find a second as well. Gogs maybe getting his timing right. Manages to get the first. Gets spammed up through the wall though. TP's out into the open but doesn't get the shot. Gogs finally finding two on the round. Almost more. But that will be all for now as it's a 2-on-2. Make that a 1-on-2. All left down onto this one player, and Sunless is still up as well with this operator. Might be able to shut this down, and he does. Kera unable to close that one out, and it's a much-needed round for Gilly.
Gogs is going to give me a heart attack.
How has Gogs survived that? I do not understand. He was dead to rights. TP's into the open, and it's just a miss.
You've got to be kicking yourself for that one.
Yeah.
I mean, Adam's been playing so well, and it's so unfortunate. Probably not your go-to operator player.
Yeah.
But it's just such a shame that has to happen that way.
Yeah, I mean,
it really is.
Gogs really should have been punished there, but somehow managed to get away with it. And I think we'll realize that and go, you know what, guys? I think I need to calm down just a little bit. That TP might have been a bit dangerous, but the fact he survived so long on site was so good for them. But, I mean, still, Last Resort have this advantage. Because of all of that money, they can still buy into this round.
Yeah. Sure. Seeing a little bit of a crossfire going through, holding any sort of push possible. The smoke is going to block off Lukey.
I mean, Gogs is trying to break this one down as well, but Lukey's not being spotted out in this smoke. Lukey could be in a great spot here. The resmoke is going to mean that they're just probably going to clear this out regardless of what happens. And Kera, maybe aware that a player might want to get aggressive on. I mean, Lukey's probably itching to go on this one. We've seen what he likes to do, but I think to just sit and wait for now, because on the other side, there are 4 players from the Last Resort waiting, watching. But again, Lukey's still not spotted out, and they're just rotating this smoke on through.
I mean, you can do, right? They come back.
Yeah.
Consistently. You just having to keep going.
Yeah, just keep on allowing for Lukey just to sit in this position. He's safe.
Because we're talking about how fast-paced Gilly like to be. They're really good at holding this space and not peeking too much. We might see Cutter
just waiting.
Yeah, and it's so patient.
Oh, but this is where Lukey might hit the go button. They're going to rotate over towards B. If Lukey can get this timing right, he could get a perfect pinch on the other side. He's itching, ready to go, just wants to go and take these fights. But on the other side, you've got to be careful because Sunless is still up as well. He can go through this door position, and Kera will get blinded up for now, but the spike will go down for the Last Resort. This is the B site. This is one where you need to be set up or it's really difficult to hold. We spoke about it earlier, and they've not had that time as Porky Drop managing to get one already. Lukey's ready to swing this through. Gets the first and the second. Some great shots from him, but will get traded back by Adam as Cutter manages to find 2 in the round as well.
You can't have a 5v4 retake on B.
No.
It doesn't work.
I mean, also to not be able to set up because there's utility being sent down, you just can't get into positions you want.
And that is 5. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, not where you really want to be from the side of Last Resort here. I mean, you were starting to get a lot of rounds in a row, and now it's starting to slip away a little bit.
It's a very attacker-sided heavy, right? So on this defense, Gilly are kind of getting all the rounds that they can be, and it's going to be full send on attack.
Yeah.
And the last resort, I think it's going to hit them a little bit too hard. They won't be ready for it. They need to be getting these rounds. They can bring these last two, and then even pistol rounds, right?
Yeah.
That gives them those 4 more rounds. It's so crucial.
Yeah, and we've spoken about it before. A lot of these teams, you know, unable to close out some of these rounds.
Yeah.
Those last 2 rounds have been down to retakes as well.
Right.
It's one of those where you've got that site positioning. You know how to get into these sites. It's just when you get into this position, it just starts to get a bit worrying. You start to maybe, you know, just blunder a couple positions here and there. You know, maybe not get set up in time. And it just allows for that foot back in the door for the side of Gilly. But Sunless, I mean, he just wants to keep getting aggressive.
He does.
He just keeps on walking up in these positions, knows he can TP back if he wants to. Those are a couple players nearby. He's willing to walk outside the trap as well. Knowing the players might not be ready for this, and they're going to jump spot and almost get spotted out there. Sunless unable to land the shot, though. Going to have a lot to deal with if he opts to stay behind Mound. He's got the TP online if he wants it. Manages to get one and TP out with his life. And that's going to mean they don't have the site for free just yet. Hero's going to have to be that player to go in and go aggressive, try and take down Sunless. Opts to invest this ultimate as well, but doesn't find Sunless with it. Sunless has survived behind this pillar. Will swing on through, will be taken down by Kera in the end. Not in the way they necessarily expected, but will get the kill regardless. But on the other side, you've got this ultimate through from the Fade as well. That's going to deafen up all these players. It's going to mark where they all are. And it's a really awkward position for them. Last resort just need to stand firm here. Try and keep this site control for as long as possible. And Jake has managed to find one already. Make that a second for Adam as well. And Kera as well. And all of a sudden, all onto Cutter. Manages to get one, but that will be all. Some whiffy shots there, but manages to get one. But Kera will shut that down with 3 in the round.
There was so much Fade util. So much Fade util coming through. Rolling Thunder coming through at some point as well from Jake. And I mean, that's great from them, right?
Yeah.
It was cutting it a little bit close, I'll be real.
Yeah.
But it worked. They managed to save a lot of util. That's the thing, they have a lot more util compared to Gilly. And I think that's where this attack's coming in handy. They can push onto site with half of it and still have the other half to then hold their site.
Yeah.
And by the time that's kind of been used, you've got the regeneration coming around as well for certain abilities. And it worked really, really well.
Oh, looks like Chicken Feet wants to get aggressive here. Oh my goodness. These two are so close to each other and have no idea. That smoke is doing so much. He hasn't opened the door. They don't know he's here. Sunless could get punished here, but he's aware of the possibility. And he lands the shot onto Chicken Feet, shutting him down already.
I mean, the chances of him being there.
I mean, the fact they fought to clear that, just to be sure. And it's so good for them. And already they're ready for this as well. This push on through. Porkychop has managed to find one already onto Kera as well. And they're just going to shut down this C-take as well. Lukey's just trying to spade through this smoke, just get any damage possible. And the rest of the players are ready to go as well. Cutter's going to try and swing on this. Cutter wants to find these kills. Finds one, finds a second as well. We'll get one traded back. And then Sunless will be there to shut it down. And it's a 6-6 half. Which seems like okay on paper, but then you think about it, it's an attack-sided map.
But if you think about the first game,
yes, massive improvement.
This is a massive improvement, and you can just tell they're more comfortable on this map. And the comp that they've got, it is just working so much better for them. Now, it's just, the issue they had was they would get sight, and they weren't able to lock it down. And now they're on defense, and all they have to do is lock down these sites.
Yeah, just make sure that you can't let them in.
Slight issue, because they haven't been able to do it quite so well so far.
Yeah.
But then again, are you more stronger on retakes? And you're allowing these guys to then take site, but with a team like these guys.
I mean, with Gilly on the other side, you have to be so careful.
Yeah.
If you're allowing for that retake, you know they're going to take the fight to you. They're not even going to allow you the opportunity to try and push back in. They will just keep getting aggressive, and already we're seeing it's going to be a fast take. I mean, they're not going to be too sure about this wall here. That's going to just isolate a couple of the players into sight. These two duelists have managed to find their position early. I mean, we saw them do it last round as well. Managed to go in. We're not successful last time, but managing to get this C-site control so far. But on the other side, Last Resort have not even contested this. Looking like they're going to go for the 4-man flank all through door. They're going to send the blind on through, just try and push everyone through on the other side. They still got to be aware there could be a player in the usual spot that you'd expect from CT. Chicken Feet going to try and find one, but Tiny Nike will get the first on the round. Make that second as well for Kera, and Tiny Nike gets the second as well. They combine together. Gogs in this corner gets 2 with the right click. As Adam will trade one back on the other side. Gog's still around, but that will be all. As Adam will shut down those last 2 players, and it's a pistol round for Last Resort.
Tiny is shooting.
Yeah.
He is hitting his shots, and I think that this fade might be the one to target.
Yeah.
You've really got to get him out of this game. I mean, look. Okay, Kara as well, obviously, and on that duelist, but
That's kind of expected from
yeah,
a duelist.
I mean, even Cutter as well, going 13
It's the
and
fades.
10. Yeah.
The fades are
It
just
is,
built
it's
different.
But it's so handy on this map because there's so much information that you get, and you're able to play off of it yourself, not just helping your teammates.
Yeah. I mean, also a player to watch out for is PorkyChop. Not having the greatest of
Yeah.
starts. Starting down bottom of the leaderboard for his team.
Yep.
We really need to see him get activated on this attack side. You know, this is where you need to be finding position. You have the Neon as well to help you out, but you need to be finding these fights. And already, Tiny shutting him down on the rounds. That's exactly what we were talking about. As Chicken Feet finds a second, Lukey will trade one back on the other side. Takes down Tiny 9K. As you were saying, this needs to be happening, but not before taking a couple of casualties, and that's a collateral. As Chicken Feet finds two, and all of a sudden, Cutter's just left alone, didn't even realize what happened there, doesn't have time to process it, and he's got to deal with a 1v4 here. Sheriff is all he has, and it's a 4K on the round for Chicken Feet with that Marshall.
A little bit stunned.
Yeah.
Tiny taking out PorkyChop when he hasn't. Was there an outlaw? Oh, maybe it was outlaw shot going off somewhere.
Yeah.
But with the ghost down long.
Just takes him down.
Yeah.
Just
no
swings on through,
worries.
goes, don't worry guys, I got this one.
Yeah. And now it's their turn. We've been seeing PorkyChop with that outlaw when the other team has those half shields, and now it is the last resort's turn for payback.
Yeah. I mean, if they can manage to get this round on the board as well, Last Resort can start to run away with this. This is exactly what they want to do. But for the other side, this is where you start to maybe see Gilly, you know, get into their stride. This is where we start to see maybe the aggression from them. But it looks like they're maybe deciding to back on up a bit. They're not as confident in this map. They know they're down just a little bit, and PorkyChop just spraying out, making sure there's no possibility they could be in that corner. I mean, Jake's managed to find one already as well onto Sunless. That's a key player to be taking down early on. That's your B player. That was your lurk.
Yeah, I mean, don't worry, they've still got Gogs on the lurk.
Yeah.
Just in case, but it's such a slow round.
There's still so much util to clear on out. They're going to pop that wall up. That's going to just tell Adam that they're trying to push on in. But Gogs, he's got to clear out this corner. I don't think he knows he's going to have the smokes in hand. He doesn't know, and Tiny 9K will shut him down as well. Leaving only these three players left on C. They're going to have to go on in. Lukey manages to find the first. Knows there's another on site. Needs to shut them down as well. Gets the second on the round. Lukey deciding to keep on getting aggressive. Groups up with the Jet as well. Wants to take these fights, but Kara with that outlaw will shut him down. But PorkyChop has got a good position in CT. If these players decide to push up from here, he could have a lot done. But Cutter, he's being pressured on site. He needs to back on up. He has to play for his life, and Tiny 9K will find Porky. And it's all left onto Cutter again, and he can't find anything. Tiny 9K, a 3K on the round. The player to watch out for on Last Resort.
I mean,
Thank you.
he's just incredible. Holding down A for so long. Obviously, there was not much movement going on in C main anyway. Lukey trying to bait out a little bit of util, but other than that, not much.
Yeah.
But Gogs, surely by now you should, just in case, wait a few more seconds before you pull that smoke out and just clear that corner, because it's so worth it.
Clear before you get the smoke out.
Yeah.
Almost like walks out with the
Then
smokes.
again, if your team are wanting smokes on C, there's nothing you can do. They need to be having those smokes. So
he keeps on walking forward though, and that's what punishes him. It's just, it's an unfortunate time. Just that timing. It's Valorant timing at its finest.
It is indeed.
But, I mean, we'll see what they can do here. Looking like it's going to be a B push for the side of Gilly here. This is where we start to see the aggression. They're going to just run on in. Just try and clear through, clean house as much as they can. Lukey just going up towards this broken door side as well. Sees it's already been broken, knows there's players here, and this will be the plant down for free. But they have to be ready for this fast retake from Last Resort. They've got the Fade Ultimate online here. That's going to deafen up all these players, reveal where they all are. Lukey gets caught in this corner, gets blinded up as well, as Carol managed to find one on the round already. Takes down Gogs, that lurk player often on these rounds, as it gets traded back on the other side, but Jake will find another as well. And Sunless gonna have to try and get aggressive here. Needs to find these fights, but the timing is not there as Adam swings around when he's looking the other way. And all of a sudden 11 HP left standing, and that will be all as PorkyChop though. With the judge manages to get the first, Kara gets another back on the other side, and Last Resort, they're starting to find their stride.
You really are. Double digits.
Yeah.
Now, I mentioned it a little bit before the match. Gilly will really start to ramp up this attack when they need to.
Yeah.
And I'm just waiting for it because...
But they've got to do it soon. I mean, that's
Oh,
4
for
rounds
sure.
in a row they've lost. 3 of which on the retake.
the last resort are showing up so much, but not even just for kills. There's so much more team coordination than we've been seeing.
Yeah.
And which is hard for that defense, right? Usually on attack, it's a lot easier to coordinate yourself because you're all there together.
Yeah.
You're all spread out across the map. So being able to have that coordination and have such a strong defense because of it,
Yeah.
very impressive.
Feels like on attack, you're fighting on your terms. On defense,
Yeah,
you're fighting
yeah.
on the other team's terms. You
Yeah.
don't have that time to call.
For sure.
They are taking the fights to you. I mean, unless you decide to get aggressive, which we've seen. But last resort, willing to just sit back. They know they can win on these retakes. They've won 3 of them already.
Yeah, and the spike has been left. There we go.
I got spike.
Yeah, Lukey realizing that one. Will pick up Spike, making sure they're ready to go onto this site. But, I mean, there's so many players ready. Most of Last Resort are sitting in spawn. They're ready to rotate to wherever. That's how confident they are in their holds.
Yeah, definitely. But such a slow...
Spike drop.
They just walked on the site.
Yeah. I mean, just walking up, and Lukey, I want to keep on walking up and try and take some of these fights, but has to be careful. There's going to be a lot of players on the other side. As Spike is not planted down just yet, and Lukey's going to go up the zip line. He wants to try and find these players early. Dene's going to be sent out the stun as well. He manages to avoid that. Shuts down the showstopper as well. As Tiny9K gets one on the other side, and Jake combines for a second as well. And all of a sudden, they just bail. They realize they don't have as much control as they maybe thought in the first place, and they're going to go towards this B-site plant.
They have to. The rotates come through so fast that that C-link has already been covered.
Yeah, Cutter's going to be looking to maybe punish one from this A-site late rotate, but has to turn around and be ready to support the team as Chicken Feet grouped up with the rest of his teammates, ready to go on in. He's going to send the blind in, and that's going to be their go button for the last resort here. But they still got quite a lot to clear on out. The sprays through the smoke don't connect onto Gogs just yet, but he's so weak in that smoke. He has to play so carefully, and Adam's going to go for the defuse. Gogs is going to swing on out, can't find anything, but Cutter and Sunless find 2 on the other side. But all of a sudden, last resort again. They're managing to find these kills. It's a bit scrappy on these retakes, but they're ruining them out.
This is interesting. This is really, really interesting. And now I'm not going to say, told you so. But we are on our way to what I was talking about with these best of 3s, right?
Yeah.
With the stomp
Yeah.
and the comeback. And then if it ends up going to 3rd map, we've both got some predictions.
I mean,
So,
yeah, we'll have to see
I'm
what
excited
happens.
to see what happens, but in the meantime, look at this C push.
I mean,
They are opting. They haven't really pushed as 5
I'm out of here.
yeah.
since they started attacking, right?
Yeah, it feels like they've maybe been a bit too scared of what could be happening on the other sites where they're doing this, but Lukey's going to just go on in, wants to take these fights, has to run through the Fawns, can't get the shots just about. Manages to take down Adam in the end there, but will get traded back on the other side before Porky will find one again. That's going to be the site control for now, and this time they should have time to plant the spike down before they have to bail. But there's still this player in CT you have to watch out for in this raise. Sunless has to be aware of this flank as well. They know there's at least one player, make that 2 as well, and they're shutting these players down. This is surely the round for Gilly. The first one in this half is Tiny9K, last player remaining, and it's a team ace. They've managed to spread the kills together, and when they push as a team, it worked.
Yeah. And
Anyone feeling
it's that fast pace that I was speaking about.
Thank you.
Sonna's so comfortable on that operator. But not even that, the rest of the team are comfortable with him as well.
Yeah.
Which is a big thing. Because like I mentioned, Porkychop loves those operators. He loves the snipers. And to be able to trust your teammate and go, yeah, do you know what? Give it a
Also,
go.
to trust a teammate with a gun that expensive on an attack side.
Every single
is-
time that you can buy it.
I mean, to trust on defense side, you know, fair enough, you know, you're
Yeah,
holding that angle.
yeah.
When you're running into these fights with an operator, it's something you really have to watch out for. We'll have to see what they can do, as it looks like Gilly again. They realize C worked for them last time. They're bundling up. They're going again. They're in for round 2. And Lukey managing to find space early on. This is going to cause all the Vise util to get popped up. But there's no player here ready to greet on this, as maybe Last Resort going for one of these retakes. They have the Vise ultimate to take away all of these guns if they want to use it as well. I think this might be what they wait back for. But it's looking like Lukey may be aware of this. Wants to push on up. Going to spot out this first player. And Chicken Feet, the blind is there. It's perfect. But no kills coming through just yet, as they have to back on up. And there we go. Ultimates thrown from each and every direction. A Fade ultimate on one side. And on the other side, a Vise one. As Lukey will manage to find a kill onto Tiny K. As Kera on the other side with that operator takes down Lukey. A classic kill from Porkychop as the guns were taken away from them. And they're just about surviving for now. And all of a sudden, it's only one player left standing for Last Resort again. Chicken Feet, this last player standing with this Phantom. This spray can be here, but they're not getting it for now, and there we go. For a second, I was a bit worried, but Cutter gets the spray.
It's a little bit worrying, especially like I mentioned before about not being able to ping through smokes anymore, right?
Yeah.
There's always a bit of an awkward angle anyway in that position, but having 2 players there, obviously Sunless having that extra sheriff, if you will, as his abilities, but Cutter also. That's the thing with the operator, right? It is strong, but it has its weaknesses, which smokes tend to be one of them.
Smokes are a massive weakness, yeah. I mean, the thing again is they're going towards the C site again. This seems to be where Gilly have found the success, and they just want to keep on abusing this. But
why not?
It's only a matter of time until Last Resort maybe read into this, and this might be where it is. They've got this crunch set up. They've got 2 players pushed up in B. They've got 2 players pushed up in C. They're ready to open the door and pop and go, but on the other side as well, they've still got a player watching A.
But good luck.
Yeah, I mean, there's 2 players over towards A. This is looking where maybe Gilly want to rotate over towards this, but they've got to be aware that this fade is in the corner in tree. If they don't go through this door, this could be a really dangerous spot.
Yeah, definitely.
But there we go. Door will be popped, and this is where we're going to have to see the fight, see what they can get done on site, and Tiny will get taken down straight away from Porky Chop there. Those knives really coming in clutch for them, managing to take down this player early on. I mean, that's the first blood. That's what we want to see from them. But this is what you need to deal with, the Last Resort retake. This is what we've seen them do well at. Is Chicken Feet ready in this position? The blind is not available, though, used already in this round. Only the ultimate online and 1 TP. Waits for that smoke to come on up, and they're going to swing into this, but Gogs is in this right close corner. He's going to be ready for this fight. Dodges the stun, but no, we'll get taken down straight away. Sunless, though, with the operator, that might be through the smoke in a second as well. What is Sunless doing with this operator? I do not know. But then he wants to swing onto site and help the team, but Porky Chop's got it.
Sorry, so you know last round when I said...
Smoke's counter.
Yeah. Ignore that.
I think Sunless might have heard this.
Yeah, maybe. My bad.
I mean, that was 2 kills, I believe, through the smoke. Unless one might have been as the smoke was going down, but the second one...
That smoke had just gone down.
Yeah, the second one was definitely just clean for a smoke, didn't see the player.
Yep.
But, I mean, we'll have to see what they can do here, but it's looking like the momentum from Last Resort, we were talking about how good it was, but all of a sudden the tide has changed. Gilly have control.
They do. They do indeed. And it's where they thrive, right?
Yeah. Sunless just going to be locking down this B site, aware that they might choose to get aggressive, but Last Resort have opted to go aggressive on this A site. That's going to leave this solo player on the C site to have to deal with all of the team again. They're all in a different position this time, and the Bucky in hand for Adam. But notice Slide is there, and Lukey manages to find the kill as well on the round. That's going to be the C site for free for them, and they will have this plant with no one nearby to stop it.
And they have that plant down. Although C is a very, very small site. And that Rolling Thunder is making its way
That can do damage.
towards the left side of the map.
On the other side, you have the Fade ultimate there. You can deafen up these players even when they're pushing on through. But it's looking like it's a bit slow. I mean, Cutter is ready to do this counter if needed, but I'm not too sure Last Resort are fully committing into this. They don't have the weaponry.
The time.
I mean, the time is just ticking down. They're letting it go down. Maybe just wanting to die to Spike here. I'm not too sure. Not give over those ultimate orbs, but it's looking like they will. But Tiny manages to find 2 with this Stinger. Keeps himself alive as Chicken Feet finds a second as well. Tiny's just running through here, trying to find anyone he can. And the Sticker's here the whole time, but no. Sunless will shut it down just about. And it's double digits there for Gilly, but... I mean, for a second there...
That was so close.
I don't know how Last Resort found those kills, but they managed to take down a lot. Yeah.
I mean, I believe he's only just come back recently from America. And he's showing EU what it's about.
They might be teaching them differently over there. We might need to take a couple notes for this region, but Tiny, I mean, running in with that Stinger, finds 2. I mean, you know, it's fine if you're going to die to Spike. You know, we're used to seeing that stop the ultimate orbs. But if you can get 2 on the way out as well, I mean, it's not going to make a big dent into the side of Gilly. You know, they've got a lot of money carrying on through. They keep winning these rounds, but... it's an extra couple of ultimate orbs on an ultimate that's actually quite useful.
Yeah.
But I mean, Sunless, I mean, this operator time and time again, seeing on attack side, I always question it. And now I remember it's Sunless who's holding it. And I go, do you know what? This is okay. I'm okay with this one.
That works.
Make sure to put the trip down on the flank. Realizes he doesn't need to watch that the whole time, luckily. But looking like the rest of Gilly want to go towards this A site. Sunless is just going to be on Overwatch here, grouped up with the Omen as well. And here we go. Porky Chop's going to be that first player in. The ultimate is invested on the other side. That's going to deafen up all these players. They're not too sure where everyone is, but Lukey manages to find 1. Gog's a second as well. Shutting down these players onto this site as well, but they haven't got the Spike down just yet. Spike plant just goes down now as I say that. And Lukey just somehow surviving under Heaven that long, but Jake finds 2 on the other side. Sunless shuts it down though, all onto chicken feet, and for a second it was possible,
Oh.
but the shutdown is there in the end.
Saw the crosshair replacement and you go, oh.
It was one.
That's a little
If the
bit
timing
dangerous.
was a little bit different, it definitely could have been there, but Gilly managing to shut that round down. That's 5 rounds on the trot for them now.
Yeah. I mean, interesting to see Lukey still trying to shoot even though stunned.
Yeah.
But Sunless, just backing him up. Obviously, 2 kills did go through for last resort. But being able to back them up with that operator again. And it's just the same thing consistently, where they always know that he's going to have it.
Yeah.
And it's this constant reminder at the back of their heads. And it's just taking up that little bit of mental and that extra information is always has to be thought about.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I mean, it means the players from Last Resort just can't get a little bit aggressive on one of these rounds. You know, you can't just go, do you know what, we've got a bit aggressive this round, because there could be an operator on the other side waiting for you. This is usually something you don't have to worry about, and in a lot of the practices they would have done, the scrims or the previous matches, you don't need to really think about this, but on this one you have to be so careful. And also another thing to point out is Last Resort don't have the guns in this round.
Yeah.
This is a round where if Gilly can shut this one out, this is exactly what they expect. Last Resort have one chance.
Yeah, but Tiny has been seen with this Stinger before.
I mean, we've
And
seen
in
damage.
the exact same position that he's currently in.
And also Lukey with that Phantom.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, breaking crosshair placement.
Yeah.
I mean, players just have no chance. They're snapping their wrists trying to click onto him, but he's managing to win these fights out. But no one wants to take that first fight. They've managed to draw it even, and it seems like both teams are just a bit worried. They want the other to show themselves first. And there we go, as Adam will find one with that shotgun onto Golks. Doesn't call for any rotates over, as the rest of the team has got a lot to deal with on this C site. Porky's already up top, manages to get the first kill onto Tiny there. We'll shut him down. That's the Stinger out of the round, and Lukey will find a second as well. Porky still fragging up top in this position on the box. And all of a sudden, the numbers are in favor of Gilly there. Yes, you got the first blood for Last Resort, but it was on the other side. It's in the wrong position, and Sunless again shuts another player down. The ultimate invested, and Sunless with the operator getting 2 to close out the round. And it's a match point for Gilly.
I understand the ultimate. You had a Guardian to even make it a 1v2. But it was panicked.
It was a panic ultimate, yeah.
And now, look at the last 6, 7 rounds have been won.
Last 6 have been won from Gilly, yeah. The first 5 from this half were all Last Resort. It was a 6-6
Wow.
to start us off.
Wow.
And it's going down to the wire here. This is where we need to see Last Resort need that answer.
And they have doubled / tripled up on A. They need to be able to lock down this
I mean,
side.
one of those is Sunless with an extra operator in his back pocket if he wants it. But, I mean, already we're seeing Lukey going in. He gets punished straight away. That's 2 kills from the side of Last Resort there. One will get traded back by Porky Chop, but that is the numbers in favors of Last Resort. That's a great start for them. They've got a couple of good bits of positioning here. That Ray's already pushed up on that C site. Ready just in case of that rotate round, but, I mean, Gilly.
Understand the fast push.
Yeah.
But it's so risky.
You want to play?
And on the
Let's
last
play.
round, before overtime,
Yeah.
that wasn't probably the best play.
No, I think they're realizing that now as they're suddenly in this position, but they've still got a lot to clear on out. And they've lost that dive player in that Neon. They still have the Jet available, though. So still an option, but Porky
Your
has opted to
smoke's
pick up the
gone.
operator. They've got 2 operators on an attack right now. This is not the easiest way to get into a site.
And that's dodged Adam. Adam sits safely on site.
This is such awkward timing for the side of Gilly here. They have to get going. Time is slowly ticking on down, and Last Resort still have players here. Adam is ready in this backside position, can swing through whenever he feels the timing is
30
right.
seconds left.
I mean, making sure to not get team stunned there as well. Adam just waiting in the smoke. Has the shorty. I mean, we know the operators are on the other side as well, so these close quarters fights are not going to be easy. As I say that, Jake already managing to find Sunless. Porky Chop gets it as the smoke drops on down, and it's all left onto Porky Chop. A 1v3, and he's going to lose the operator. I was about to say with it. If he can manage to get one here, though, that will be the knives online. I don't know if they know where he is. If he can get this right click, but no, he can't. Adam will shut that down, and after 6 rounds on the trot, the one they needed, they can't win out. And the Last Resort will take us to overtime.
Overtime. I mean, this is what we expect, right?
Yeah.
We're in upper finals. Best
Switching
of 3.
sides.
Second map.
Overtime.
Yeah. I mean, this is what we
Everyone is
expected out of the first
fighting.
map.
With these finals.
We expected this from the first map.
We did.
And then we got
did.
the stomp. And we were like, you know what?
Again,
This might
it
not
was
be it.
Sunset. It's
Yeah.
not a very, I say, default map. Not very well-loved map,
Yeah.
if you will, by many players. And it just wasn't a map that the Last Resort were comfortable on. But now they're really starting to show their true colors.
Yeah. I mean, this is where you really need to see what Last Resort can do from this. You've got that round finally. You've maybe worked out a little bit of what you were doing wrong, hopefully. But on the other side, Gilly, I mean, they know they messed up on that aggression. They know that's what lost them that round. But now you've got to swap on back. You're going to be rotating constantly. It's who can win that back-to-back rounds. And we're seeing this aggression again from the side of Gilly, but looks like it was fake aggression. They sent the wall up to maybe just be aware that Lukey could be running down, but they don't send him with it. Kara going to be that first line in from the other side. The operator we're hearing ringing out. That's going to be a glass cannon as well. Not a surprising sight to see there, but one that they have to be aware of. And already, Gilly have opted to rotate all the players over because they know there is nothing going towards C because they have this chamber pushed up. They have so much site control that the rest of the map is all theirs. They have one player holding down the rest. The pings are coming through of, you know, maybe we go here, maybe we go here, guys. But
they're trapped.
They are trapped in this position. And at some point, they've just got to go.
Look at how patient they're being. Again, the hold on the flank.
Gilly have 4 players as well into this A site.
Sunless just having so much patience. No, they know exactly where all 5 players are. A few peeks from Gogs trying to see if there's anything rotating from a flank, but there's nothing to find.
They've got it locked on down, and Sunless is just ready for this. Chicken Feet is going to open up that door, going to want to push on in with the team. He's going to send the blind on through to try and spot out a couple of these players. As Kera, first one in, gets a clean shot onto Cutter there. A player stuck in backside. Gogs manages to TP out though, will keep himself alive for now. Has to take this fight, and Kera cannot land the shots as Lukey gets another on site as well. Chicken Feet will trade one back on the other side, but Gogs will trade that back as well. And all of a sudden, it's a 2-on-2 as Tiny will get another pick on site. This is where we have to see what they can do in this retake.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got Gogs sat in this really awkward position. He's trying to bide for his time, wait for his teammate to be ready for this. But he's been spotted out. They know where he is. The smoke will get sent on out. Tiny manages to find a player onto Sunless, and they're just going to invest this ultimate. There's nothing else to do with it as Gogs, he's just got to wait. He's just got to hope he can find out where these players are, but he can't. And Tiny will find the round. A 3K on the round for them. And the Last Resort are on match point.
They are indeed.
This would bring us to that map 3.
It would. Now, Sunless is back on the operator again.
Yeah.
And he is so confident.
Yeah.
I love it. I really love it. I respect it. It would have worked so well. And I think there was just a few too many of them sitting on site a bit too close together. But it wasn't really where they were playing together. It was just a bit messy.
Yeah. I mean, we'll have to see what Luke can get done here. He's going to have to be the player to rely on at this point. You know, we've seen what he can do. He just needs to go in, take these fights. I mean, that wall's going to send up. That's going to separate the team a little bit. But they have that way around it. They have the jet that groups up. They get the 3-2-1. They get 3 players through. And all of a sudden, they've got their players ready. You're going to have that one player watching the flank as well. This is what we want to see from the side of Gilly. But they choose not to commit to this one. Cutter, the player with the spike, has not gone into sight yet.
I mean, I respect it. No first blood has been taken yet.
Yeah.
But you have the sight.
You have full side control and you're just not committing it. Maybe just hoping you can get a rotation on the other side.
The issue is this rotate's come through really fast from Last Resort. And now being able to push through, usually pushing through CT and getting 1 or 2 picks would work, but they're all doubled up.
And they've got the plant in a good spot.
Yeah.
This is the spot they wanted to get it in time and time again. They've managed to get it down safely.
Now,
they can back on up if they want to.
they have the operator.
Yeah.
As long as they can get those smokes down.
Bring them down.
Smooth
See
sailing.
I mean, Tiny's going to try and find out a couple of these players. Doesn't spot any just yet, but we'll get spotted back on the other side as Sunless manages to find one with that operator onto Kara already. That's an important pick early on in this round. Tiny 9K, that player to watch out for. Will get taken down as well from Lukey there. But all of a sudden, the kill's going back in the other side, and it's all brought down to a 1-on-2. Make that a 1-on-1, all left onto Cutter. The lone player to keep them in it, and he gets the clutch. Cutter keeps Gilly in this game. And takes us to a second overtime.
It's just funny because you know when they pause and don't do anything, you know, because we're on land.
There's yelling.
There's yelling going on downstairs right now.
Yeah. I mean, it's just how it is. And, I mean, that was a needed round. I mean, they had no option.
And
but on top
so
of that,
close.
if they'd lost it out in that fashion, that would have been really awkward to go in this third map. But they managed to win that. They managed to stabilize just for now. But they still need to win 2 rounds in a row.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Yeah. I mean, this is one where it's just, there's so much going on. There's so much that can go wrong. And I mean, Kera is going to get punished already.
And that's that
Sunless on that operator. I mean, a glass cannon going into overtime is always a risk, but this one pays off.
That's your duelist.
Yeah.
Completely gone. I mean, you have, I guess, a lot of utility to be able to take site still, but... And so early on? I guess it's time to make a new plan, but...
Yeah. I mean, that's a big smack in the face for the side of Last Resort there. You've lost that race player. That was your dive. That was your way into sites. And now you need a new way, and there might be it, as Jake manages to hit a great shot onto Sunless there. That takes down that operator that got that first blood. And this is going to be the go button for them. They've gone into tree. They've got all 4 of their players grouped up together. But from the side of Gillyweewee, they've got everyone together.
Still waiting.
They are ready for this. They want to try and stop this going down if they can. Tiny's going to get spotted out. That's the player to watch out for, as we've seen time and time again. He wants to get aggressive. He wants to take these fights. And they're just all grouped up onto site. The Last Resort going to have to be covering each other's backs at all times. But we'll see what Gilly can get done here. I mean, there's so many players to watch out for. And it looks like it's going to be 3 through tree, maybe 2 for now. And there we go, the blind is there. That blinds up Chicken Feet as Carter gets another on site as well. Lucius slide, gets 2 on the round. And that's a round for Gilly, and a good one at that.
I mean, the time... they were waiting a good while, and there was 2 of them just kind of wandering around towards main and going, guys,
open the door. Just go in.
Guys.
Please stay alive.
Again, we're talking about Porkchop on that Omen last game.
Yeah.
Dogs showing up on that Omen, and it's working well. You can see they're just switching in and out as they please on these roles, and it's working so well.
It's all about the sportive utility. I mean,
Yeah,
you've got a great player like Lukey, but without the support, he can do nothing.
He has such good aim. He just needs that support with the flashes and the smokes and everything else. He can do his own thing.
Yeah. I mean, we'll have to see what he can get done here. I mean, this is where you really want to see it get done. Gilly want to close this one out as soon as possible. You can't let this keep on going. You need to close this one out cleanly. Get the 2-0 on the board. Get yourself through to that Sunday Grand Finals. And we'll see what they can get done, as Gogs already finding that first pick on the round. That's going to be from a nice A-lurk, punishing that player who decided to push up all the way to rubble. That's going to be 1 player down on the round, and this is going to be where Gilly opt to go towards A site. These Last Resort players are going to be ready. They're going to be waiting for these players to push on in. The blind is going to be sent, and Lukey's going to be going in. That's the go button for these 2 duelists. They want to try and take some of this space. They want to get aggressive, and Jake has managed to find 1, but Tiny on the other side has also got a second as well. Lukey will trade that back. It's a 3-on-3. It's all down to this retake. The spike has still not gone down, though, as it's out in the open, and Gilly will need to recover this.
It is safe to pick up, but it's just that uncertainty. You never know. Although I don't know why it hasn't been cleared yet.
I mean, silence across the whole of Lotus for a second there, as everyone maybe a bit too scared to swing on through. It's a 3-on-3, and Gogs finds 2! Make that 3 on the round. And what shots that was. Can he shut down his final player? Yes, he can! A 4K from Gogs to take them to that finals, and it's a 2-0. It didn't look like a 2-0, but somehow it was.
I said it. I said when they need to, they will come back and do it. They always do.
They came back swinging. They were down 11-6. They'd lost 5 rounds in a row in the second half. Yeah. I thought it was over. It was done. Then they win 5 in a row. Then they win that 6th. And I'm like, okay, hang on a second. And then we go overtime. But they can still clutch out. Even then, they should not have won that.
They lost the first round.
It was all over the place, but in the end, they were there. They're used to being in these positions. We've seen what they can do on these lands before. They're veterans of this. They know when they go down, we've got way back in, guys. We just need to sit down. We need to reset what's going wrong. And when they find out the solution, they jump on it.
And as usual, you'll be seeing them in the grand final on Sunday.
That will be 3 in a row, I believe, for a lot of these players. Not all of them.
If they win,
it would be the back-to-back-to-back.
It would be for a few of them, yeah.
Which would be insane to be said.
Yeah. Yeah.
I believe it might be 1 or 2 out. We would need to check, but regardless, at this point, it's just kind of a staple of the year of Epic Lands. It's like these last 3, you know, they're just here. If they turn up, they have a good chance. They're going to make it to that Sunday.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's who joins them.
Yeah.
That's the question.
I mean, we still got some strong teams.
I mean, some very strong teams.
We saw it there.
They played exceptionally well.
Yeah, Last Resort, if they'd had a better first map, there is every possibility we'd be into a third map at this point.
Oh, for sure.
Like, that second one
Yeah.
was so close, and it was just these little plays that were working in the favor of Gilly there that got them that. But, I mean, at this point, that is what tips you over the edge. When two teams are that close, you go to that overtime. It's those little plays that work out. And, I mean, that free at the end to close that one out, I mean, that's exactly what you want.
We're talking about Gogs probably pushing a little bit too much. No.
No. Gogs is that player. You know, he was a bit silent maybe towards that game. Just every so often we're saying, you know, his util is good. And then he just does that. He goes, guys, don't forget, I can still aim.
Yeah. And I mentioned it before about putting him on that Omen. It's so strong. And they can just swap around.
Yeah.
And it works. I mean, usually they're kind of rotating around Lukey, right?
Yeah.
And it's perfect.
Here we go. We're going to see this bracket. We'll see in this lower bracket as well. Aconite have managed to win their round 2-0 as well.
Okay.
Kind of expected. We saw how good Aconite were. I mean, they took the last resort close.
And they're second seed, right?
They're second seed, and they're fighting.
We could be seeing another second and third seed.
It could be a rematch.
It could be.
From earlier on in the upper bracket here, but Office Chair, Moment, and Sensational, they are not to be written off. I mean, we've seen what they can do. Office Chair especially.
Yeah, I know.
They took Gilly to a 2-1. They did better than the last resort.
Yep.
I mean, we could see what could happen. I think these last few matchups are going to be insane matchups regardless. Every team has an opportunity to get to that final.
Yep.
And if they do, I think anyone can take it.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
I mean, now that the last resort have played Gillyweewee,
yeah,
I think they're going to spend a little bit of time. Obviously, they've still got to get there, right? They have to play this last match tomorrow to be able to get there. But it could definitely be worth taking time looking over some games, seeing how they play, because it's definitely doable to get to third map.
Yeah, maybe don't pick Sunset. I don't know. I feel like Sunset didn't work. Maybe
Sunset
we ban that one. You know, maybe float a Corrode, guys.
We're no
you know,
coaches, but
we've not seen a Corrode yet. We don't know how good these teams are. Can we just see one Corrode? That's all we need. Even if we have to wait till finals, just give us one Corrode.
They're not going to do it.
I don't know. If you're losing out on maps like that, if we had a rematch of that in finals, maybe a team decides to float it. You know, maybe we see that ban on the Sunset instead, and who knows?
The thing is, a lot on the side of Giddy, a lot of them are players that tend to play in scrims more than comp games.
Yeah.
So a lot of teams aren't scrimming the map, so they probably don't have that much experience.
I mean, maybe that is the way around it. Maybe that is where we want to go with it. But, I mean, regardless, we've had an insane day of games already. I mean, we started out with that group stage. Even there, those were some great games. We go into this bracket, and I mean, some, not upsets as such, but some really close games that we didn't expect to go as close as they did.
Yeah, but that's what we love, right? We love to be proven wrong. We're sitting here, we can say what we want.
Yeah,
right?
Pretty much.
Yeah. But we love to be proven wrong and seeing how these different teams play, especially on LAN, and you can hear them cheering and you go to see them afterwards, and it's the atmosphere and the vibes are so strong. It's just great.
Yeah. I mean, we'll have to see what we can do, but that will be all from us today. I mean, we're at EPIC45 with Intel, sponsored, of course, by the wonderful Asus ROG and Overclockers. We can't forget them.
No.
They've been keeping us going throughout this day, and it's been a long one. We cannot forget that.
I'm going to the bar.
We will be back tomorrow for 2 more series to find out who will join Gillyweewee in that final. And we will be back tomorrow, so we'll see you then.